Yeah, no, starting off on a Tuscan hardpoint, Jake, we talked about this earlier. This map, you have to set a lot of pace on this map. The gunfights come quick and they go even faster. So, it looks like Paris Letdowns hitting mid real quick off this. Trademarks and his team are ready for that push. So it looks like Berg able to sneak through, but George does get the trade, and Manitoba should get the initial time here on P1.
Yeah, but to fight for it for sure. Nobody really cementing a whole lot of time here through the first 30 seconds, but it looks like Paris gonna be trying to hold it down. And they're doing a good job of doing so right now, playing slow with the holds, but Sigburn with a big play, 2 headshots in the kill feed to hold down that time. George with the assist as well. And now Paris Letdowns kind of in a tough position now. Only 15 seconds to go, and they're trying to make it all the way to that P2.
Yeah, Manitoba, takes them down at that P1. They all spawn up back fountain, and Paris knows, they have to hit that rotation. They finally break through P5, number 3, Clam Chowder, trying to make something happen. Let's see if he can sniff out Hazy here, playing a little patient, waiting for his team, but the rest of his team hitting into bottom church, looking for some kills, but Trademarks and Hazy and Trademarks again picking up all 3. So they're going to get this initial time, and Berg, trying to sneak through the back here, make something happen, but wow, Manitoba off to a great start, Jake.
Yep, looking fantastic on the hard point as well. Trademarks going crazy so far, sitting at 8-4, but Reckless making sure they can't stay on that time. And just like that, Logan, Manitoba with a full hold on to the point, and Paris Letdowns turn it around just like that. I mean, that's the type of things that can happen in a game like Vanguard. You really never know who's going to hold that time. Trademarks sitting at 9-4 right now, still getting kills. They're happening all over the place, and the best part about this for Manitoba is that not only are they getting the scrap time, but they have Paris trapped toward that field side of the map.
Yeah, Hazy able to get over there, rotate early, find some rotation kills, and then also get out with his life and get back there. But Reckless does pick up the trade on him. Luckily, George here to get the second trade and also get the initial time again, Jake. The Manitoba doing a good job of holding, fire, holding those spawns, and really making Paris push through the front.
Yeah, and they're kind of forced to do so right now, and they're kind of just, jumping into a meat grinder here. Giants with a big kill onto Sigburn. That's kind of a solid opening as you have 2 players pushing through that rooftop side. The spawns should be held for Paris Letdowns, but you got to fight through Trademarks. They definitely do so. 31 seconds left. The problem is for Paris, you're going to want to hold a lot of the scrap time, but Manitoba spawning so close at that rooftop side of the map, and George picks up 2 of his own, and, the last one comes in for Trademark. So solid scrap time there for Manitoba, and not only is it solid scrap time, but it's ample amount of time to make it toward that P4.
Yeah, Jake. I mean, I'm starting to see a trend here as we get through this P3 hill. It seems that Manitoba is doing a good job of rotating, getting the initial hold, but then Paris always comes through and breaks, for a few 10, 15 seconds. But I mean, Manitoba just there to break it again. This time, luckily, Paris able to get the kills on the rotation and hold the initial time on this hill. So finally starting to get some points on the board. Looking for some kills in the back, and Claim Chatter, huge kill to hold those spawns. Now looking for people field, able to find a second.
And Giants trying to shut down the front push. Player 2 gonna make it toward that side, but Clam Chowder still frying toward the field side of the map. Reckless. All of Paris Letdowns just putting kills in the kill feed right now, and they're making it look easy. Reckless picking up 3 streaks. Clam Chowder gets taken down on that 5, but a good bounce back for Paris, no doubt about it. Now you got Manitoba absolutely sprinting toward your iron sights right now, and Reckless here to pick up another one onto Trademarks with the stylish stun throw as well. With 8 seconds left to go, Paris Letdowns handedly found themselves back into this game.
Yeah, Manitoba being aggressive there, still playing old, but they also were able to send some on the rotation. We talk about P5. This is the hill that can really change your game. Luckily, Berg able to get some good kills here on the rotation. Hazy does take him out, and Manitoba giving gunfights back. It's going to be a mixy one.
Clam Chowder playing it slow, waiting for his teammates to get with him, but there's nobody to help him there as 2 players chow out. But Berg and Reckless pick up 1 apiece. A good opener, but Trademarks sitting here 18-10 with the MP40 in hand, looking like a beezy on the map right now, sitting at 19-10, just frying all over the place, holding down that point, and definitely led the Manitoba Mallards to a lot of points here in this map 1. Reckless tries to drop that detonade. Other player just gonna try to contest that time. P5 exit mixy as ever, but as of now, I think the focus now turns toward that P1, and this is a hill where you can get a lot of time on it if you rotate toward that P1 well.
Yeah, and while you were talking there, it looked like Manitoba was able to hit outfield and get some kills, but Paris sneaking through mid, and I don't think they know that he's outer block. I mean, obviously they do now. The hill has been popped. Berg looking for George. He's able to finally get that kill, so they should all be spawning back up on P3. So Paris getting this initial time and getting the kills.
Yeah, big start for them to the second rotation of hills. They want to find the lead here before that P2 pops. The only problem is you got Sigburn going all the way deep toward their spawn to try to get those spawns in. I mean, if all of Manitoba dies right now, they're going to all spawn up on Sigburn. And a couple do so. There they go. They all die, and now they're spawning back church. So, you know, while you may not be getting the time, Sigburn makes the vet play and finds those spawns for his squad.
Yeah, Paris able to take a lead here on the P1, but Manitoba able to take the spawns from them. So they will have, hopefully, this initial time as he cleans up one over on Platt, the initial time here on this P2, Jake.
Sigburn 17 and 8 right now. You know, not a lot of interactions, but the KD is high, no doubt about it. Paris Letdowns looking for another way to break into this point, and Sigburn with the beamer on the automaton, waiting for another one in front of him. Giants and Berg pick up two, or one apiece actually. Clam Chowder cleans up one of his own. The final one in that alleyway is going to be trademarked, and he gets taken down. Giants slowly but surely finding himself on a 6 spree, gets the 7, so he does find that glide bomb, which could be big in the grand scheme of things. Finds a streak just, you know, at the snap of a finger, and now Paris find their way into the hill. They find themselves up almost 30 points here, and they find a glide bomb. I mean, this has been a huge turnaround for them since the start of that P1.
Yeah, Paris doing a way better job here in this second rotation of hills of, you know, really holding down the hill, but also getting the kills to, you know, get a little more time than they were before. And I mean, you know, they're going in here into this P3 with about a 50-point lead. So obviously Manitoba did rotate early, but, you know, Paris doing a great job thus far of breaking. So Giants pulls out the glide bomb, able to get the kill off the hill, and they are able to clear them out of the back. So as I say that, Paris able to get the kills on the rotation and get the initial time, Jake.
The glide bomb used to perfection. I mean, I couldn't have seen a cleaner break with the glide bomb if I wanted to. I mean, they use it at the perfect time. They get a kill before it. They get a kill after it. They get the hill that they wanted. But two humongous nade kills coming in for Manitoba Mallards. Make that 3 down. The final person in top fire gets taken down. And this is the back and forth of P3 here, Logan, that we see a lot on Tuscan. But Clam Chowder gets an unintentional collateral kill. Manitoba retain that final scrap time. But this might be one of the times where Manitoba wants to rotate quite early. You got 3 Paris Letdowns stacked up over toward this church side, and Manitoba is flying quick to try to fight this hill.
Yeah, Manitoba's flying quick. Number 8, hitting the back. That would be trademarks. You know, looking for a couple kills. I think he has finally blocked spawns and flipped them in their favor. So Manitoba should be spawning here in the back. Paris spawning up over towards that field side. But as I say that, Paris cleaning out the kills in the hill, looking for one more up top, and Berg does find him. But George is there for the trade.
Yeah, the kills coming in for Manitoba, trying to slowly but surely sneak their way to a tied game, and I'm not sure they can do it here on this hill, but, you know, P5 wouldn't be a bad place to do it. Trademarks. Chow's out, gets taken down by Reckless, and Paris Letdowns with another slow but methodical break onto that P4, and that is very big time here. If Manitoba gets those kills, Paris Letdowns has themselves almost a tie game here, but instead, they're just adding to that lead right now. But Manitoba finds their way back onto the time, and player 6 in Sigburn making a vet play yet again at that new hill. It's going to be a fight, but the only problem for him is you got to fight through 2 players.
Yeah, this has got to fight through 2 players. George able to find 3 in the kill feed. So cleaning up Paris and Hazy cleaning up the 4th. So that's going to be a reset for the Paris Letdowns. Manitoba is going to be able to soak this P5 hill. They are able to sneak out Hazy behind them. They're going to be pushing in, throwing their nades. Let's see if they can get this break.
Another slow and methodical break out of Paris Letdowns. It just seems like it goes that way for them every time. They play it slow, they wait for picks, and then they collapse upon each other. Reckless trying to take down one. He does, but 3 kills go the way of the Manitoba Mallards. Now a 1v1 on this time between Berg and Hazzy, and Hazzy wins that one. Player 3 still here for Paris Letdowns, and they only have 8 seconds to go before they close this one out. You need to contest, and the nades are in. Trademarks and George find one each. George picks up another 2-piece. He almost gets another 3-piece, but Trademarks closes it out. 12 seconds to go left. Hazzy's on the rotation. He picks up Giants. Player 6, that's going to be Sigburn. He's going to be trying to help him out, but 2 get taken down. The only player close enough is going to be Trademarks. He does win 1, but there's so many around him, he's not able to fight it back, and they spawn deep at P2. They might not be able to get to this point before this game ends here. It's going to be fought from field side. 3 players from Manitoba Mallards trying to slide onto that point. Can anybody contest it? And no, they don't. Paris Letdowns win the map 1, and another map, Logan, where it was won by more than 50 points, but it seemed so close from start to finish.
Man, oh man, it was getting mixy there on the rotation to P1. Gunfights coming in back and forth.
Welcome back, everybody. We are here for the map 2 Desert Siege. We got Manitoba on the offensive side to break. It looks like a big chow out from Paris, and Berg is just sprinting toward the spawn.
Yeah, Berg went a little fast there. Did not work out for him. Actually, he's still over here. George, sitting in that back building, just looking for this player. But I think they thought he might have snuck through. But he's playing patient on this truck, just looking for any info he can get. Both of his players sitting back on their headies, probably with automatons. So I'm looking for Manitoba to slowly work something here. It looks like they're backing towards A, and they're finally making a move, Jake.
And Berg might get some perfect timing here. You got player 7 and Clam Chowder watching the cross as well. I'm not sure he spotted George, but there are 2 Manitoba players over there. Gonna be a hold. Berg still waiting for his time to strike. Might get a good timing here onto George, but he's going back to his trusty truck over toward that backside of the map. Only 30 seconds left to work with in Manitoba. They just have no information here. Berg gonna pounce onto George on the site, and that's bomb down with 20 seconds left. This is gonna be a hard round to win for Manitoba, and it's really solely off the back of Berg here.
Yeah, Berg, I mean, just doing a great job of playing his life, playing patient, not overchalling anything, just giving info to his team, and then also being able to backtrack there and get that kill onto Manitoba. So, Sigburn left in the 1v2 situation here. He's able to finally take down Berg, but just no time for him, and Paris taking that first round.
Yeah, and he's just playing that annoying role. Like, somebody's in your spawn, and especially on a map like Desert Siege, like, once a player gets to that point, you really have no idea what they're going to do. Like, they were waiting for Berg to push through, but he just kept hanging out toward that A side of the map. They ended up trying to wrap it back toward that B bomb site, but it was just too little too late at that point, and Paris Letdowns pick up the round 1. Manitoba Mallards looking to bounce back here. Sigburn on a lamp spot that I had no idea existed. Berg does get taken down, pushing toward that hill, though. It's trades back and forth, and Sigburn, I don't think he spotted Hazzy. I think, oh wait, that's his teammate. I am wrong about that. My bad. Giants picks up that bomb, and a little bit of a stalemate here. Giants going to be dropping that bomb down, but the shot's going back and forth. Neither team with cemented map control yet, and George loses a big battle toward mid.
Yeah, Reckless picking up a huge kill there on George. Hazzy trying to sneak over to this bomb site. Giants looking over it, able to get that kill. Sigburn able to get a trade on mid steps, but just not enough ammo there. Clam Chowder able to take him out, and Paris taking round 2 up 2-0.
Thought Sigmund was going to win that gunfight just a moment to force the 1v1 scenario, but Clam Chowder with the hops makes it work for him, and now Paris find themselves up 2-0. And, that's big because, they actually did end up getting first blooded in that round. Giants was there for the trade, but to be able to win a round after getting first blooded is definitely something to say on the offensive end of Desert Siege.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, it just came down to Giants really holding that bomb site, not letting anyone able to sneak onto it. We see a lot of ninja fuses on this map, Jake, but, Giants said, no, not today, and got those kills. So able to do a really good job there in that second round. But Manitoba able to find a first blood from Sigburn, able to get onto that B site. He has his friend, number 3, Sigburn, looking over him. Bomb goes down. Paris, see what they can do here.
Let's see what happens. Paris looking for another round on the board, but Manitoba trying to find their first, and it looks like they're in a good spot to do so. Very solid spots on the map for this whole squad. Trademarks being the being the insurance policy we talked about, and Hazzy wins a big one on to Berg. So Clam Chowder now left with 1 HP, and he gets taken down. A flawless round for Manitoba Mallards, and a good start to fight their way back into this game here. Still early on, but Paris still with the lead here at 2-1.
Yes, Manitoba doing a good job getting around on the board, taking an offensive round so that, they get that defensive round right here. So maybe they could tie it up. Let's see what kind of setup they have. They had a very good setup last round.
Very good setup indeed. Let's see what Paris wants to do on the break off here. I mean, offensive can be kind of tough on a map like Desert Siege, because if you just find yourselves in like a little bit of bad timing situations, like it can really go not your way at the end of the day. But Hazzy spots Clam Chowder, and he is able to pick him up. George picks up another blood as well onto Reckless, holding down. One player goes right underneath him. He does get spotted and shot, but still a 3v2 situation. But Giants with a big kill on the Hazzy to make it a 2v2. I mean, Logan, these rounds, they happen so fast. I can't even keep up with the life count between these two teams.
Yeah, going very fast, running, sprinting, and frying. Berg able to get the bomb down for Paris. Looks like number 5, Berg, gonna be holding the back as well. Number 6, kind of roaming, but Manitoba, both playing together, hitting the back spawn, trying to just clear out the site, get some info. Looks like we're gonna have a gunfight popping up here real soon. Is he gonna get good timing? Trademarks does, able to clean up Giants. So Berg left in the 1v2, 19 seconds left. Can he clutch this, Jake?
He definitely has the ability to. He spots Sigburn, but Sigburn with the gunny. Don't think he missed a bullet that time around, and the game should be evened up at 2 here. I mean, through 4 rounds, Sigburn sitting at 6-1 so far. 3 streak to his name, so a little far off of the glide bomb, but he's definitely getting there. I mean, he's definitely won Manitoba some rounds here in this Desert Siege.
Yeah, I mean, Manitoba doing a great job that round after the bomb went down of just playing together, making sure they can get each other's trades, clearing out everything they can, and then, they get the defuse in the end. So Manitoba ties it up 2-2 here. Let's see what they do on offense.
Let's see. Sigburn gonna be probably playing a power position here toward that offensive side, given that he is on a 3 streak. Probably going to want to be playing toward that glide bomb at some point, but just ironed up with the automaton. George holding down that A bomb site, waiting for Paris to push in quickly. Trademarks has found his way up near this top university side, and I think Reckless might have an idea. He's in this corner, but I think he thinks he's toward the water tower of things. But it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. Going to be a slow push from both of these teams. Nobody wanting to give anybody any opportunity here on Desert Siege.
Yeah, Trademark's doing a very good job, playing very patient up here, waiting for the info before he strikes. But, it's been a pretty standstill game, and as I say that, Reckless finally able to take one up top. He might get traded out up top, but, Reckless able to sniff it out, and he finally does. Trademark's finally able to clean that one up. Bomb has gone down, it looks like, so we have a time ticking at 38 seconds. Berg on your screen here, looking to get a nade kill, get some info. Is he able to get anything? He doesn't. So, just looking for anything he can. Not able to find anything. Gonna try and hit the back here. But Manitoba holding strong.
Yeah, and the problem with these rounds on Desert Siege is it feels like once they get that bomb planted, like the counter goes down so fast. Sigburn with another big 2 kills. He almost gets the third. I shouldn't say almost. He didn't hit him with a bullet, but he was centered on him. Manitoba put another round on the board. That's 3 straight for them. And the only upside for Paris is they take Sigburn off of those streaks.
Yeah, streaks go down, but they lose another round. I think that's 3 in a row. So Manitoba has taken the lead here, up 3-2.
Yeah, 3-2 situation now. Sigburn at 8-2. And the more these rounds go on, like I'm interested to see how these teams adapt to each other's play style. Obviously, Manitoba has had a better second half of this game than first half, but we're still in the openings, like in the opening start of it. It's only 3-2 so far. Sigburn picks up another kill onto Reckless. That guy is shooting laser beams right now. Trademarks has the sights onto Giants. Going to give that info to Sigburn. Not sure he can get that spot on him though. Going to be looking for him. Don't think he has a line of sight here. Can go forward. The wall bang bullets. So many hit markers. Put some more reloads and finds the kill. Manitoba gets another round on the board, and Manitoba, first half to second half of this game seems like a completely different team. These rounds are comfortable, and these rounds are confident that they're winning here.
Yeah, starting off slow, but they bounce back with 4 rounds in a row. Jake able to get some first bloods on the board. Really get their teamwork working. The chemistry is flowing.
The chemistry absolutely flowing for them. Sigburn out up on top at 10-2 so far, and another offensive hit for them. You got to think, Logan, they're starting to feel confident. They're probably going to make or try to make some sort of play here. And it looks like Trademarks is doing exactly that, doing very similar to what he did just last defense. And has he still just trying to stay alive here? Trademarks holding down this top university.
Yeah, I know. I've seen Manitoba here, playing very patient, Jake, and it's been working out on their offensive rounds. They don't want to give up too much info, get a blood onto their team. Just waiting for Paris to get antsy and make a mistake. And thus far, it's working. We're at a standstill right now. Everyone's, just kind of set up looking for some info. But Manitoba, they got to decide which bomb site they want to go to here pretty soon. We have our first interaction on the map this round. Berg able to clean that up and get away with his life. Also probably got some info on George there, so he called him out water tower. Has he making his way over here towards gun. He's in a gunfight with Clam Chowder in the back. No one getting killed, but Giants able to pick up another one on bomb. So bomb is down. Paris finding kills all over the map, and has he left in a 1v4.
Paris doing their best to even the odds here on Desert Siege Search and Destroy. Down 2 rounds, but make it 1 as they make it 4-3 here. They win their defensive side of things, and Manitoba just really had nothing to work with there on that offensive side. They got no picks, and Trademarks lose that 1v1 top university. And I think the change they need to make, they may need to try to fight that top university with somebody else along with Trademarks, because they're getting so much room up there, but Trademarks can only do so much by himself.
Yeah, not enough by himself. Maybe could use some team help there, but Paris, also doing a great job, playing patient, didn't want to give away any lives on easy gunfights they should not lose. But with that being said, Trademarks getting faster, hitting first cut, has some info, able to sneak out one. He's calling out that he has hit bottom university, and they are moving. But Giants able to find the cut and pick up 2, but he gets traded out by Sigburn, able to get out with his life. Clam Chowder looking for the trade onto him, but I don't know if he's going to find him quite yet. But he has found him. He is one shot. Clam Chowder might have run out of ammo, and Sigburn able to get out with his life, but left here in the 1v3 situation.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Paris is going to give him any freebies here. They're all in their setup. You got Reckless toward that field side. You got Berg on the bomb, and Clam Chowder making sure he can't flank through that A side of the map. The first engagement is going to be on to Reckless here, but he does get one. There's only 20 seconds left to work with, though. Berg going to be on that bomb. Not sure if he's going to be able to read it. I think he spotted him with only 12 seconds to go. He's going to have to chow something, and he doesn't see Berg onto that bomb. So 6 seconds left to go. Sigburn just trying to play for those streak kills, not trying to give anybody streaks of their own, and at a 4-4 round now for these two teams. And at this point, things could go either way. We see both teams flip the switch at any moment. We saw Manitoba take 4 in a row. We're seeing Paris even the odds here at 4. I feel like it's only a matter of time before we see one team win this game.
Yeah, it's going to come soon, Jake. These rounds have been going fast, but I will point out Sigburn, 12-4, putting on for his team. Let's see what he can do here. Looks like his team is deciding to go A off the rip. They do have Reckless pushed up. Let's see if they can sniff him out.
I think he might have gotten the spot on the cross. He does see Sigburn, but Sigburn picks up another big opening blood. Has he with the secondary chow, but the stun comes in for Sigburn. Sigburn's getting kills with every single piece of utility he possibly can. The nade comes in onto that player on the bomb, and Giants picks up a big 2-piece to even the odds at 2. I thought this round was cemented for the Manitoba Mallards, but Giants coming in with the clutch 2-piece to make it a 2v2 situation. And now nobody near that bomb. Both of Manitoba toward that B site. And I think the only good thing about this for Manitoba is Paris cannot possibly read that Sigburn is going to be toward this side of the map.
Yeah, he definitely hasn't read this. Giants playing in a really good spot, though. I don't know if Sigburn's going to sniff this out, and he doesn't. I also saw that Berg did get the info that bomb is down on a site. So Trademarks left in a 1v2 here. He's got to get this bomb Maybe move, maybe not. He's got only 20 seconds, Jake. He's got to move quick. He's going to get into a gunfight here. Berg holding down the hill. Shots are coming in, but Giants is able to get the shots in the back, and Paris taking that round, and they are taking the lead 5-4. So match point, Jake.
A match point and an ace right when you needed it out of Giants. He picks up all 4 kills in that round to send it to a match point, and that's what we know out of Giants. He has so many just highlight reel moments just scattered out through his gameplay, and right now that's where we see it happen right when they need it the most. I mean, that was probably easily the most important round so far in this game, and he pops. He goes on a 4 streak, he gets the ace, and now he's confidently sprinting toward that A bomb site, but he's not expecting Hazzy to be holding the cross there.
Yeah, he jumped over trying to get the slide. He did not get the slide. He gets taken out. Berg able to get a trade, but George able to follow it up with a kill onto Berg as well. So we have Manitoba here in a 3v2. Looks like Paris is trying to slow down. The bomb is down over there by that A site. So, they're going to have to work towards that. But Manitoba just doing a good job of not over pushing, holding their pre-aims, trademarks, sitting on bomb. And as I say that, George running towards Water Tower, he has been sniffed out. Reckless able to pick him up, so that is a 2v2 situation. And I don't know if they know this yet, but the A side is clear. They could run through this pickup bomb and maybe get out.
Could be another round win for Paris Letdowns after they give up a man advantage. Now Manitoba forced to try to fight back on this offensive end here. They plant toward their side, which I really like out of Paris. They don't know it for sure, but both of these Manitoba players up past their own 50-yard line. So Sigburn and Trademark's going to be working the bad side of the map for this, but regularly you'd expect Paris to be set up over here. This time around, they take their tower side, which is an absolutely perfect play in the scenario. Only 30 seconds left to go before Paris close out this map.
Yeah, both of these teams flipping spawns, bombs in a good place, and they have the power positions. They have called them out. Reckless does get the first kill on the trademarks. Looking for the second, he has been found. Sigburn in a tough situation here, and trademarks, or Sigburn taken down. Paris takes the map too.
Paris with a huge map 2 victory. They found themselves down 4-2 and then rattle off 4 straight. They were playing to perfection there near the end. The game's almost shot.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. You don't want to get them to sneak through onto that P1 site early, because if they do, it's so much harder to hold that B site alone. So, Manitoba hopefully can hold a good break here, but Paris sending 3 over towards the P1 site, and they have 1 sitting over at B already.
Yeah, they got player 3. Clam chowder was going to be the insurance policy, the word that I've used so many times this cast, but he's playing that B site just to allow the Paris Letdowns to sneak onto that B point, even if they get taken down at A, which they did do so. Reckless sneaks his way into that open stairs area. Chow Sigburn with the auto. Good shots out of Reckless, but Trademark's still there, starting out 2-0, trying to just play that defensive role. He's not able to find one, but he's just looking for any kills he can get, and he's doing a good job of doing so. Paris fight their way onto that B point, but, if you're Manitoba Mallards, like we said, Logan, you can give up this B point as long as, you put up a good fight for it, and Manitoba was definitely putting up a good fight for it right there.
Yeah, and as soon as you say that, Paris finally able to get some control of this site, so the second tick will be coming in. And Manitoba just making sure they have control of train. They take down Giants over there on the rotation, and they should have this B site rolling in for them real soon. But Manitoba set up over there in tower looking for the spawn kills, and it might work out in their favor, Jake.
Yeah, they got the old pancake setup, I like to call it, toward that that warehouse side of the map. They're forcing Paris to push toward that fire side, but they know they're going to come that way. He does get picked by Clam Chowder, so that actually makes things a lot worse for Manitoba Mallards, because now they can push from both sides. You got Berg and Reckless playing toward that fireside area, and you got Giants coming in from that train side of the map. So now it's going to be a fight for this hill. Sigburn playing that outer side of the map. He's got good help from his teammates, but Paris still residing toward that flat side of the map. The kills are coming in, but the trades are good for Manitoba, and they hold off that first push. Last person they need to worry about is Berg in that fire.
Yeah, Berg still sneaking around over there, making everyone a little antsy on where he is. Just trying to find some kills, get out with his life. He hasn't found much yet, but they might be sniffing him out. Still looking for some kills, but Sigburn holding down P1 here. hitting up long, finds one, Hazzy finds a second. So doing a good job. And as I say that, Clam Chowder gets the kill, and Paris should be able to push out outer train here.
Yeah, they're trying to do so. They got Hazzy looking at it, but he might lose a gunfight right here, and he does to Reckless. Reckless picks up one, and now they can all flood through that outer door area. They got 3 players on this point. They're stacking the point. Word to Jims as usual, but player 5 trying to sneak back through that outer side of the map. Clam Chowder picks up one, and he reads Hazzy behind him, so the clearance is good. Hazzy picks up 3 of his own right now. He's 10-5, a great start for Hazzy on this Berlin control, and you know, they do get 1 tick on the board, but they got to watch out for Berg yet again. He's the one always sneaking through, and it looks like they're aware of it this time. Manitoba are playing this defense quite well as long as they don't get pieced here toward the end.
Yeah, trades coming in back and forth. Lives are starting to tick down. Paris only left with 5, Manitoba with 8. Manitoba just trying to play patient, don't want to throw those lives, waiting for them to make a push. As you know, Hazzy finally gets some info. Trademark's able to take him out, but Paris pushing in quick, able to get some kills. The trades come in. Giants able to find the last one on the hill, looking for one more. He's not able to find it. George is able to clear, and that should be the round, Jake. 4 seconds left. Manitoba does a good job on defense of holding it.
Yeah, Clam Chowder just trying to get any kills he can get before the round ends. He does end up getting 1, but Manitoba win that one with a 6 life advantage. But Paris find 4 ticks on the board. And, you know, I feel like we focus more on the tick count when we're playing a map like Gavudu or Tuscan, but it still matters just as much on a map like Berlin. You know, Paris start with 4 ticks, and I feel like a lot of time on Berlin, it's not so unusual for you to see one team get the full cap onto B and then no ticks onto A.
Yeah, no, definitely a good job out of Paris to at least get a tick on the board on that A site there. But, you know, it can be mixy. All it takes is 4 down for the offense to, you know, just absolutely stack the hill and capture A really quick. But, you know, Paris doing a good job off the rip, you know, clearing train, getting those kills, and they push them back into their spawn.
And Reckless plays a big part of this right now. If he can stay alive, he can actually make things very frustrating for the Manitoba Mallards, and he's doing so to perfection. He picks up one. He gets taken down by Hazzy, but it's making things tough for Manitoba, no doubt about it. They can't go to the B point, but they did find their way onto the A point. They've actually gotten 1 player onto both of these points right now. George does get taken down, but they have Sigburn over at the B site. Just capping it slowly, just allowing his team to make moves on the map and help him out over toward this B point. No Paris players there yet, but it looks like a push is ready to come in very soon.
Yeah, Paris, you know, slowly rotating over, finding some kills, trying to break this hill. Don't want to just give up too many lives, but Giants doing a good job finding some kills. Clam Chowder turns around, not able to find Hazzy. Sigburn able to clean up that kill for him. Giants, the last one here alone, looking for some kills, but Sigburn takes him out, and Manitoba should have this point.
They absolutely should. A 3 life lead now for Paris. Make that 2 as there's 1 player toward the back. That's Clam Chowder. And now Manitoba looks like they're trying to group up toward this train side area. And the thing is, Paris is going to be so worried that they have players pushing toward their fire side of the map that they might not have time to worry about Sigburn or Hazzy. Hazzy does get taken down, but Sigburn still alive at that dubstep area, just playing the annoyance role. And, you know, when you have an AR player playing like that, it can be very helpful. Giants does pick him up, but Manitoba has worked their way toward that outer side. And, you know, a tough push out of Trademarks, but now it could be the spawn trap in for Paris Letdowns, and Manitoba only has a minute left to work with, 12 lives.
Yeah, Paris doing a good job of holding the line, pushing them back, not giving them too much room to make a play. So with that being said, Manitoba all here in this train area, trying to find some kills. Berg, you know, just holding his spot. Hazzy trying to get the kill on him, and George able to clean that up, but Giants sneaks through secret and gets the trade. So Paris, you know, just holding the line, playing calm, playing still. Don't want to give up too much here.
Don't want to give up anything at all. If you're Paris, you got to cement this round. This is not a round that you can give away. Apologize for cutting myself off. But Berg gets taken down as well by Hazzy. That's a good start for the Manitoba Mallards. Now Manitoba all coming up off that spawn, looking for a free pick before they make this push. And the only problem is they might not expect Reckless on top of this library. He doesn't contest the point right here, and I'm not sure if they'll be ready for it. He gets taken down by Giants. Reckless putting in those team shots. Sigburn in the same spot he was just before, and trying to make something happen. kind of in a 1v4 position, but with 13 seconds left, that should cement this round for Paris Letdowns, and they allowed 0 ticks onto the A point from the Manitoba Mallards.
Yeah, so good job out of Paris, to bounce back in this defense and also hold them from getting any ticks on the A side. So going into this next offensive round, they are up +1 with a tick. So that is good work out of them.
Absolutely fantastic work out of them. They took what Manitoba did to them and they one-upped it, no doubt about it. And now they're going to have to try to make that better if you are the Manitoba Mallards. You're going to have to try to one-up what Paris just did to you. And I feel like they can do it. It just needs to I feel like they can just kind of pop off at any moment. I mean, right now you got Clam Chowder on a 6 spree. I would argue that the glide bomb isn't as crucial on a map like Berlin, but it's definitely fun to have in your back pocket just whenever you need it.
Yeah, definitely good. One of those kill streaks can always, help out in some way, shape, or form. Maybe not as much in Berlin, but you never know. So, Claim Chatter's still on that 6 spree, looking to find maybe those streaks. We'll just have to keep an eye on that. But Paris has broken into this B site. They've gotten their first tick, and they're getting some kills to go along with it.
And Clam Chowder picks up the 7 to make it 20-10 with a glide bomb in his back pocket. Sigburn now left all alone toward their spawn, and he gets cut down by Giants. And this would be a lot of time to have left if they're able to get this B point, but it looks like they're more interested in kind of just pushing out these spawns. They're not too worried about getting that B point as long as they have the map control in their favor. And I kind of agree with that play. You got Reckless pushed up here. You got Clam Chowder working that long B side of the map, and as long as Reckless is here, this makes everything way more difficult for Manitoba.
Yeah, Reckless just trying to be a nuisance here in fire. And I also see Clam Chowder on a 9, able to get those streaks. So we might see those come into play later into this game. But, Manitoba does clear out their fire. Paris does have to reset here. And Hazzy making a big play in the back. Outer useless, being a nuisance over here. Getting some kills, but Giants does clean him up. So Paris, looking to, push the line forward, get some kills, and get onto the site.
Yeah, and if you look at the mini map right now, I mean, Paris is so spread, but it's working to perfection for them. They're just getting so many players toward that Manitoba spawn that it's making things so frustrating for them. Manitoba able to pick up some very important kills in this control, but Paris, at one of these points, the dam is going to break and it's going to be a flood of Paris players toward that A point. But for now, Manitoba holding it off quite well. It's back and forth. George and Hazzy are working in tandem toward that train side of the map to hold it down. But me and you both know Logan, Paris has been very consistently going toward this fire side of the map, and I gotta only expect them to do it maybe one more time.
Yeah, I mean, I think that maybe a call would come in that they might hit street here, but Manitoba doing a good job of controlling this train and also tying up the lives and taking a lead in them as well. So lives have gone back in their favor. They have a good setup here, and Paris is just having a hard time getting out of spawn right now.
Yeah, they absolutely are. This has been a clinical spawn trap for Manitoba Mallards right now. They got the team callouts in. Paris has really no options to go anymore with 30 seconds left. You don't have time to go toward that long B side of the map. You're going to have to fight for it through train. And Hazzy's ready for anything. He finds a player right in front of him, gets a good timing, and now he's on a 5 of his own. If he could get onto that 7 before this round ends, this could be huge. But the final 2 Paris players have snuck their way onto the A side. Sigburn does pick up 1, but is he able to get a second? He does a great job of waiting for his teammates. And now the second kill should be coming in just a moment.
Yeah, Clam Chowder, Sigburn gets the trade, but Clam Chowder's here with Giants to get the trades as well. Sigburn, one shot, playing his life, laying prone, not giving Clam Chowder the free kill, waiting for some backup. The backup is here, but also there's backup from Paris. Only 3 lives left on this point. Can they do it? They're getting the kills, looking for one more back window. Trademarks does get the trade, going for the kill. Reckless looks for it, but he gets traded out, and Jake, that is the round. Manitoba holds strong, goes up 2-1.
And I'm pretty sure there's another round where there's no ticks on the board for that B point or that A point. So, that's going to be, I think, the Paris Letdowns up 1 tick if this does go to a round. If this does go to a round 5, Paris is going to have to, or Manitoba is going to have to get at least 1 tick onto A and capture B if they want to get this round 5 defense. But for now, Clam Chowder with a streak in his back pocket, and it looks like Manitoba fighting for this train side of the map here.
Yeah, Manitoba fighting for this train side. Paris has players sneaking through the lanes, looking for some kills, trades are going back and forth. Clam Chowder able to like pick up the one in clutch, so they do get pushed back for the time being. Manitoba does have to reset here. They might decide to finally work towards this B site, but number 2 Berg over here and ready for the push. He does spot one, looking for the kill. He is able to find it. So good work out of him, playing patient, gets him off the B site, and that clock is still ticking, Jake.
Yeah, this has kind of been a rough start for Manitoba Mallards, but one upside you can say is that Paris is kind of neglecting that A site currently. They don't really have anybody who can fight for it, but Giants is there ready, and they've kind of given Berg the lone responsibility for that B point. And now they know that Manitoba is going to be fighting toward A. You got Giants here, you got Reckless here, and it's going to be fighting for Manitoba players. Giants now here all alone. They're not ready for him in the library spot, but now they find one player onto the time, but Clam Chowder with a big two-piece from distance to shut down the push. And, Logan, if you're Manitoba Mallards, that might be a push that you want back.
Yeah, that was a great push. They got the kills. They had 3 in time, but Clam Chowder's gun skill was just too much for them. So he cleans up 3. There's a time, and Berg's still doing what he does over here on a 2 spree, getting the kills on B site, playing his life, and getting out. He has some help from Giants finally. The kills are still coming in. The time is ticking, Jake. There's only 10 seconds. Manitoba has to get on a hill.
Berg with the movement cannot die in that B point, but George with a huge 2-piece, and that might actually save them for just a moment there, Logan. That was looking very dangerous for the Manitoba Mallards, but George picks up a huge 2-piece, and now they're stacking the point word to Jims along with Sigburn. They're really working to get this B point now. They know how important it is. The lives are close, Logan. Manitoba could still win this round, but it's going to be an uphill battle, no doubt about it. They're going to have to cap that A point, and if they want the round 5 defense, they're going to have to at least get 1 tick here, no doubt about it.
Yeah, Paris decided to push up onto that B side, throw a couple more lives at it. Manitoba able to hold strong. And with that being said, they have some train control here. Giants able to find 2. A huge 2-piece out of Giants. He's looking for Berg. He doesn't know he's behind him. Berg might be able to make the play. What's going to happen here?
You never know with Berg. It's going to be Berg and Giants toward that A site. Like you said, but Sigburn picks up 2. Giants still alive. The lone man on that A point. Manitoba unable to sneak their way on. Now Hazzy's here all alone, and they only have 5 lives left to work with. You need a tick if you don't want Paris to get that round 5 defense. But, I mean, this has just been so close between these two teams. Only 20 seconds left to go, and only 3 lives left. Make it 2. Only George and Hazzy left alive for the Manitoba Mallards. He's going to have to make a play. He does pick up 1, goes down low, and tries to find another. They're finding 2 in front of him. They pick up 3. Is he able to get the 4th? As he's all alone here, and what can he do on this time? He picks up, oh, he almost finds another one to make it a 1v2 situation, but Paris Letdowns send it to a round 5. And Logan, that round was mixy. It could have gone either way toward the end there.
Yeah, Hezzy able to sneak in there into the back, find that 2-piece, clear the site, but the spawns come in back P3 and Paris is able to clean them up, and while also keeping them from getting a tick. So Paris gets another defense thus far. They've had 2 defensive rounds in their belt thus far. So looking good for Paris. They just need to hold strong here.
They absolutely do. Paris with a glide bomb in their back pocket yet again. But the nades and the stuns are in for Manitoba. They want this A point off the break, and they're looking to fight for it. Let's not forget that this is a match point for Paris Letdowns, and Reckless with a big 2-piece to shut down the push. Now he's got 2 more players with him. That's Clam Chowder, and that's going to be Berg. And it looks like Trademarks might be having an issue there toward the bottom of the staircase. Gonna have to see what happens about that, but who knows yet. We got Berg in the train side of the map. Giants trying to look for anybody. They still haven't found Trademarks underneath those staircases, but now Trademarks out of the game, and interested to see what happens now.
Yeah, not sure what's going to happen with that, but we are going to keep going. Paris able to hold down A site, so Manitoba obviously in a 3v4 here. It's going to be a little harder, but they're trying to work towards that B site. George just looking for some info, doesn't want to hop on the site quite yet. Able to pick up Berg. Sigburn finds a punch onto Clam Chowder, so this should be the break. They should be able to get onto B site here and get some ticks, hopefully.
Hopefully. Haven't been looking at the scoreboard very much, Logan. I've been so focused on that mini map, but 2 players that pop off the screen are definitely Clam Chowder and Hazzy. Clam Chowder with 38 and 20 right now with that automaton, but Hazy on the other side, 41 and 32. That is about as many interactions as you could possibly have on the map, and he's +9 right now. A fantastic game out of Hazy. If Manitoba are able to close this one out, it would definitely be off the back of him, no doubt about it.
Yeah, definitely. Hazy's putting in the work. He does not want to lose this. He knows it's a 3v4 situation, but the time is ticking, Jake. Only 5 seconds. Manitoba has to go now. They have to get onto this point, and they are able to slide in. But Giants able to cut off one. George there for the trade, so this second tick should come in. But you got to think Paris is going to push this out, Jake.
Yeah, they have the numbers advantage, and I think that somebody hopped off the point unintentionally. There's Paris Letdowns win the game 3-2, and that's the series 3-0. You know, kind of a tough way to end it if you're Paris Letdowns, but or no, if you're Manitoba. Where we come from, Logan, you know, if someone's playing the rat play style, they're playing good for their team, no doubt about it.
Yeah, definitely. People like to call that the cheesy play style, the ratty play style. But when you're doing that and you're getting kills, you're doing the right things for your team. So it definitely is definitely good play style. Hopefully it works out for him here.
Yeah, Reckless picks up the first blood onto Hazy, and we were talking about it before. That's one of their perennial players for this Manitoba Mallard squad. Trademarks looking to make his way toward the back, but he finds the gunfight of Clam Chowder, and he has 9 HP to work with. Sigburn helps him out, chows him, like the teamwork out of them, and Hazy's working his way through the middle of the map off respawn. He finds Reckless, but there's 2 more in front of him. He's able to pick up Giants as well. Berg, the last player alive, onto the site, trying to play his life, but he isn't able to do so, so they're stacking the point. Word to Jims, it's Hazy and Sigburn here on the point, but Reckless takes him down. Clam Chowder's trying to sneak his way through this long side of the map, but he might get caught by player 2, but Trademarks gets taken down. There's 1 player left here, that's Sigburn, toward that A site, but Giants is here to try to fight it. Nobody's been giving life to this B point yet. It seems like Manitoba, they regrouped, they saw what they wanted to do, and their goal here is to attack the A point.
Yeah, I mean, and we talked about this right before the round started. Sigmar doing a great job of playing ratty, not giving his life, not throwing it away. And he is still alive, still laying prone in office, and he's getting the help from his teammates. Contested, this third tick could come in soon if George finds the kill, and he does. Another contest comes in. Bird trying to make it mixy, but Sigburn's still playing his life. And finally, Paris able to get some kills, but Hazy able to get the final trades, and that point gets captured, Jake. So, Paris has to move quick here, get over to this B site, because Manitoba could start taking this really quick.
They're looking to take that dock side of the map, but the problem is they got Hazy already there. Sigburn putting the shots into Berg, but he takes down George. Actually, a huge kill out of Berg to keep this point alive. Jumps on down onto Sigburn, but he wasn't ready for him on the ground like that. Hazy has taken his map control up this long side of the map, but Paris has fully funneled their way onto this point, but Reckless chows out Hazy. The trades are back and forth, Logan, but nobody has control of this hill just yet. It's anybody's game, but Paris only has 7 lives left to work with.
Yeah, I mean, Manitoba just done a great job of slaying them out over there on the 8 point, and then also getting the capture. And I mean, Paris, is just struggling. They're running, trying to get over to the site, trying to get some help, trying to control it, but they just can't. Manitoba spawning up close and getting the trades, and it's in their favor. Paris only has 3 lives left here.
You got to think Manitoba is going to take this one home with 2 lives left to go. Reckless and Clam Chowder are going to have to do something unbelievable to close this one out. Clam Chowder all alone against an army of ducks, and the Mallards take that one home. Manitoba Mallards, they win the map 3. They're sending it to a game 4, and they win the swing map, Logan. What a turnaround for Manitoba.
And man, I'm excited to see who comes out on top, Jake.
I absolutely am too, Logan. We got Paris Letdown spawning in on that good side. Interested to see how they start this map. This P1 can be so important on a map like Berlin, but Manitoba's going full steam ahead. Paris got 3 players toward that point. Giants takes down 1, and that's a good opener for the Paris Letdowns. Trademarks trying to sneak his way in, make it a little mixy. He does get 1, but unable to get the second. And on the top of that, the spawns do flip. Not sure how they did, but Manitoba find their way at the back of fire now.
Yeah, it looks like Giants was able to push out P5, get into that clutch spot, and flip the spawns, which, honestly, once you get set up in this position, it's really good to flip those spawns, because now Paris knows where they are. They have to kind of feed through that bottleneck back planner's lane, and it's working out for them. They're getting the kills and holding the rest of this scrap time. And with that being said, Manitoba all spawning up back P3, running through street, trying to rotate to P2.
All 4 of them, Logan. They're all here at the deep dock side of the map. They get a couple kills on the board. Hazzy picks up another onto Clam Chowder, and that's a huge opening for them for this P2. You know, P2 is a sleeper money hill, in my opinion. If you can get some of those kills, push them back toward that fire area, you can end up finding a lot of time here. But it looks like Reckless making a solid play, going toward Dice, picking up 2. Now George left all alone on that point. He does pick up 1. Is he able to find the second? He does not. So now Manitoba spawning up at that fire area, but Paris is just getting all the kills. Reckless with 7 kills so far in this game. And now, you know, the P3 time is super important, but being able to go up this much in the game, wow, Trademark just killed him like that. That is unbelievable. But now Manitoba are getting the scrap, and they have the spawns for P3.
Yeah, Manitoba doing a good job of holding those spawns, and this is where they can really get back into this one and even take a lead, Jake. I mean, we all know P3 is the money hill on this map. Once you're spawning out, it's really hard to break it. So, you know, Manitoba doing a good job of getting the first kills. George able to find 2, looking for a third. Giants gets the trade, but Sigburn here to clean him up, and the hill has popped. So Manitoba will get an initial time, and all of Paris spawning out at our train.
They're spawning out very far away too, Logan. Maybe 15 seconds before they can even get there, and they got their full setup here. Hazzy with 2 tries to sprint away, but gets the call out that the rest are in that fireside area. Now the push comes in through Platt. George playing his life, but he gets taken down by Reckless. Now the hill opens for the Paris Letdowns. And if you are the Manitoba Mallards, that might have been a hill that you wanted to get more time on, but they're still here. Clam Chowder the last alive as he takes him down, and the push restarts from Train.
Yeah, Hazzy just doing a good job holding the hill, not getting too antsy, you know, holding his prim, and it works out for him. He has another one in front of him here, just holding this time, only 20 seconds left, but they do get taken out. So, you know, this will be a little bit of scrap time that will go in the favor of Manitoba as Sigburn gets a 3-piece there. So good job to him. But now the rotation is on, Jake. Paris is set up.
Paris is set up. Sigburn's on a 4 streak. Going to be interesting to see how this hill plays out. This could be like one of the first very important hills for the rest of this game. One that we look at and say that's where the difference was really made. And right now, Paris is on it for the break. But Clam Chowder and Reckless are taking down the Manitoba Mallards at will. They're all spawning at that train side of the map, and now they all know where to expect them from. You got Reckless at that top P3 side, or top P5, and he picks up 1. Is he able to pick up another? He does. And the kills just keep coming in for Paris Letdown. Sigburn does find his way on the point. He's on that 5 streak we were talking about, but now he gets taken down, and now it goes to Reckless on a 5 streak. He does get taken down as well, but 16-9 off the break. He's making the difference for Paris on this Berlin.
I mean, yeah, Paris from the start of that hill just doing a good job. They knew that they were rotating street. They watch the back, they get the kills, and they hold most of the time. But as I say that, Manitoba able to break in for the last 15 or so seconds of this. All of Paris spawning up back warehouse, and hopefully Manitoba can get somewhat of a setup here going on to P5, but Paris looking to not let that happen as they start slaying out.
Yeah, Reckless and Giants pick up 1 each. They're getting this time on P5. George looking to fight back, but the kills going the way of Manitoba this time around. Let's see if Paris can kind of shut down this hold. Hazzy watching over for him, and the kills just so back and forth. All you can say about it is whatever's going on, Reckless is getting kills, and that's a big kill out of Giants. You know, he's holding that top 3 area, and it's just allowing Paris to just not play the hill and just make sure that Manitoba doesn't have to get on that time.
Yeah, I mean, we all know how mixy this hill can be. I think everyone always knows that, like, what you're working for here during this P5 is to try and get those fireside spawns. And Manitoba doing a good job of holding those and also keeping Paris off of this time. So, you know, only 15 seconds left here on this P5, and all of Paris is spawning back at Old. So, you know, Manitoba should be set up here to, you know, maybe take a lead going into this P1.
Yeah, Berg does pick up 1 and Reckless accordingly. So now they can push their way onto this P1. Berg sliding on in, but he gets taken down. The rest of Paris trying to fight their way in themselves. Reckless all alone gets the wallbang kill for Sigburn. But it's going to be Clam Chowder trying to sneak his way into fire and take down these players on the Platt side of the map. Putting in shots from over up top, but as he is able to take him down, it's just so many kills. All these players trying to sneak their way through, find just a little bit of control on this map. But right now, Manitoba Mallards, they don't have anybody frying crazy for them right now. Sigburn 14-11, but the teamwork is at a peak for them, no doubt about it.
Yeah, Manitoba finally getting a decent setup here on this P1. Finally soaking some time, but Giants trying to push in. George getting a nice turn on, but the trade comes in from Reckless, and they have left is Berg on that flank. They'll sniff him out. Trademarks gets the kill, and they should have this scrap time.
Yeah, 9 seconds to go, and it's a battle for the rotation as well. Nobody really has cemented it so far. George is able to pick up that first kill onto Reckless, but player 5 and 8, that's Berg and Giants, trying to hold it down here. He does get taken down, and so does George. So that's going to be a good rotation for them this game within 20 points now, Logan. It's anybody's game here on Berlin hardpoint. Trademarks trying to make the slow play. Takes down Clam Chowder, tries to take down Reckless, but George picks up another one on the board. Paris doing a good job of holding it off, though. They get those fireside spawns, and now Manitoba trying to flood in through that P5 side. Clam Chowder picks up too, and this might be where he turns up here, Logan.
Yeah, I mean, Paris did a great job there, holding that hill, not letting Manitoba break in there. And like you said, P2 is definitely a sleeper hill on this map, Jake. You can get a lot of time if you hold it right, and Paris has done just that this time around, while also getting the spawns for new. So, Manitoba's got to start worrying about the rotations here. They are getting the scrap time, but they got to push out these spawns.
Yeah, because Paris has found those spawns. Manitoba had them for just a moment, but Paris do it so well, and they find their way onto that known money hill that is P3. He picks up one, Sigburn picks up another, and now they find that blocked spawn toward the dock side of the map. George trying to get any kills he can get to hold off the rest of Paris from finding their way onto the point. Berg and Clam Chowder going to be holding onto this time, but Clam Chowder takes him down. They're doing a good job of battling from the inside. They have a player on that couch side that's going to be Giants, and he picks up 2. Clam Chowder gets taken down, but can Giants find the 3rd? He does not, but Berg is there for the assist. Just so back and forth. Sigburn hasn't found his way onto the point yet, but this 25 seconds could very easily go their way and make this game close, but Paris is rotating their way to that P4, and it looks like they're trying to find a solid setup for it.
Yeah, so Paris decides to give them the last 20 or so seconds of that hill and set up for this next P4 hill. And just like last time, they set up for it, they got the kills, and they got that initial 30 seconds or so. And I think that's really been what the difference is in this game and why Paris has been staying up. They've been getting that initial time, holding most of it, and then letting Manitoba break in for scrap. So as long as Paris keeps up with their game plan and holding the initial time on this hill, we might see Paris Letdowns win in this game for Jake.
But kind of an awkward situation for Paris here, as they had 2 players spawn out toward that back P3 side as that hill ended. But Manitoba Mallards still unable to do anything with it. Sigburn picks up a big one, though, onto Clam Chowder. The kill's still coming in, but Paris still picking up that time. They're going to have to make a play here. Reckless trying to find his way up toward this top sniper tower area. And the picks keep coming in for Manitoba, but seldom have they been able to get the time off the back of the picks.
Yeah, I mean, they've been getting the trades. They just haven't been able to get on the time, Jake, and that's been the problem pretty much this entire game. Paris able to keep them off of it while also, getting a few seconds here and there. And, they're only up by about 50 here, but going into this P5, you really got to see Manitoba keep them off this hill and hold those spawns.
Yes, absolutely. If Manitoba wants to win this map, they got to make sure they don't get P5 time here, and they got to make sure they have those P1 spawns. That's their best way to win this game. And it's a good start for them. They're getting 3 kills, make it 4 off the break. They know they're all spawning toward that warehouse side. Sigburn looking for these players, but they're all stacked up toward that P2 side. They're actually confused on where they're spawning right now because they didn't see anybody cross from warehouse, but the second guess may cost them as Giants has found his way through the P2 area. The last player alive being Hazy, and he's just retaining those P1 spawns, but this might be too much time to give up here, Logan.
Yeah, no, a lot of time you don't want to give up. You give up those 20 seconds, and I mean, Paris is right around the corner from a map win. So, Manitoba doing a good job, keep them off of it, and also getting some of this scrap. But, they hold true to themselves. They're holding P1, and, Paris has got a break now.
Yeah, they have some time to work with, though. They're so close to that train side area. It looks like they might try to work through mid. As the hill pops, it's going to be Manitoba on it, but let's see for how long. 189 to 236 here. Sigburn picks up the deep flanker out of Giants. George playing this corner oh so well, and Sigburn with a huge 2-piece to stop that opening push. And he finds himself behind 2 as well. He gets 1. Sigburn finds the second, so the push restarts for the Paris Letdowns, but they have maybe 2 more pushes before this is getting out of control, Logan.
Yeah, definitely getting out of control, maybe not quite yet. Berg able to sneak his way in and Reckless there for the trade, but it's still being contested by Hazy. He's able to pick up 2, so that's a huge 2. You want these last 25 seconds, but I mean, Jake, they got to start working on the rotation because if Paris gets set up, this game could be over sooner than later.
But Manitoba Mallards almost pushing this to a tie game here. This is what we were talking about, Logan. You called it. If they wanted to tie this game up, they needed to get those P1 spawns, and they definitely did so. And now George is here trying to play his life for as long as he possibly can, but he doesn't know that there's 2 Paris players directly behind him. He tries to sneak on in, but Trademarks and Hazy already there. Can they win this game, Logan? Hazy gets taken down by Giant. Sigburn is here, though. It's going to be Berg up front, and he finds him. He needs to just contest this hill for as long as he can. George picks up 1, unable to pick up 2. Player 2 and Trademark's going to be fighting, but Giant's going to be here yet again. He's the savior one more time. Hazy finds him in the corner, but he picks up a second. He's unable to slide away from Sigburn, but the fight's still coming in. Reckless finds 1, and George still finds his way on toward that hill. Berg and Clam Chowder gonna be here yet again, but Hazy takes him down. Only 8 seconds left to work with, and Giants is forced to play the Superman role one more time. He wants to wait for his teammates, but he doesn't have time to. Manitoba Mallards take the map home, 250 to 242, Logan.
And I mean, wow, what a turn of events, Jake. They were able to hold that P1 spawn and also rotate and keep them off the time, make it mixy. You know, they had those close spawns. That might have worked in their favor, but I mean, good job out of Manitoba, you know, to really flip the script there in the second half of that
And
game.
I wouldn't be surprised if they try to do something different off the break, but it looks like they might be going for an A hit. We're not so sure yet, but interesting to see what Sigburn and Clam Chowder do on this field side of the map, because they're really the two difference makers here from the AR side of things. And he finds Reckless off the break. It's a big first blood for Sigburn. Trademarks pushing up toward that field side of the map, but Giants has this low middle area.
Oh, Giants able to pick a kill off a bomb, able to get out with his life. So, you know, Manitoba's hunting for him, but Giants able to get out and back into church. So we're stuck here in a 3v3, and it looks like Manitoba will slowly be rotating this bomb back through their spawn towards B, maybe, looking for some info. But Berg here to find a kill, but Hazy able to turn on him and snap and get that kill. So with that being said, it looks like Manitoba decides to turn back around and take this towards A. Trademark's able to pick up 1, but gets traded out by Giants, left in a 1v2.
Giants in a tough spot. He is able to get 1, and he has full health left to work with. Runs all the way away from Sigburn. The bomb is going to go down. Actually, Sigburn not ready to plant it just yet. He's reading Giants. Not sure if he got that sightline on him. I think he might have done so. He sees him on the cross, and he takes him down. A solid play out of Sigburn. I think he might have just saw like the corner of his elbow there on the cross toward that backfield side. But Sigburn doesn't get the bomb down, but he doesn't need to. He finds Giants in that battle for pillar control. And, you know, that round 1 was as close as that map 4.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Sigburn gets off the bomb there, maybe gets a little glimpse of him, like you said, and then maybe gets a little good COD timing there on that slide cancel over towards that pillar. But you know, good job out of Sigburn on a 2 spree, takes round 1.
Round 1 goes the way, but we know how non-important a round 1 can seem once we get to those round 10s. But a great start for Manitoba Mallards, a big kill out of Giants. I mean, that wall breaking might have messed up George a little bit. It seemed a little confusing from his POV, but Paris Letdowns, they get the point, and Giants already sitting at 4-1. I mean, you could definitely say he's doing it all for Paris right now.
Yeah, definitely putting on a show. He's feeling the spirit. He's feeling the passion, Jake. He wants this win. He's digging deep. And with that being said, Paris cleaning up Sigburn, looking for another one. They find him top radio. Has he left in a 1v3 here? Bomb down. Only 20 seconds, but Paris, too strong. They close out that round.
Round 2, looking very convincing for the side of Paris Letdowns. They go that B route, and once Giants picks up that first blood, it's almost a done deal. If you're playing that P5 position, you've really got to try to get 1. And once George is unable to do so, it's kind of rough for them. Can't knock them. It can be tough at times. You know, when you got 3 people sprinting at you, it can be a tough gunfight, no doubt about it. But even the odds now at 1-1, Manitoba find themselves on the offensive end yet again. And I'm interested to see what we do. I could expect Manitoba to be one of those teams that gives us a lot of different looks on offense. I feel like they're not going to be tied down to one certain strategy.
Yeah, George able to pick up a huge kill in U, and also the rest of Manitoba able to fly into mid. Sigburn picks up a second, so they do have a control here. Reckless looking for a kill. Trademarks doing his best snake impression, isn't able to pick up the kill. Reckless gets the kill on him. So, you know, back into a 2v3 situation for Paris. Just slow down. Looks like Manitoba's looking for some info. Don't want to play too fast here. The bomb is down. 30 seconds left on the clock. Sigburn able to find one outer. He does get that kill, and the last one is picked up. Hop fire. Manitoba take another round, and man, these rounds are going quick, Jake.
Yeah, I mean, that round really comes down to that early fight between that player you and George. George is able to take him down, and if George loses that, I mean, they're in a really tough spot. Bombs down, outer block, 3-4 situation, and you got a player pushed up into your U, but instead George takes down Giants, and they close out that round convincingly. So, like we said, 3 offensive rounds on the board here for these teams, and this is looking like early January for me, Logan. It's all offenses on Tuscan Search and Destroy, and now it's the battle of who's going to win a defense.
Yeah, definitely. Whoever gets the first defense here is definitely gonna have maybe a little bit of their match in their favor. So Manitoba looking to go up 2 rounds here. Everyone's looking for some kills. Giants does get taken down early, so good looks from Manitoba Mallards to get that first blood. Trademarks pushed up their side grass. He doesn't even know that there's one right next to him. He finally turns around and gets the kill on the Reckless. So playing patient. Here's some good COD timing out of Trademarks. He
Oh
finds the
my
second.
God.
So now Clam Chowder left in the 1v4 situation. Manitoba is hunting him, and Sigburn takes him down.
Sid Trademarks just absolutely teleported to that spot on the map from the Paris Letdowns POV. He takes down that player tree, and then he gets some fantastic shimmy timing on that player behind tree wall. I mean, it was just so important for Sigburn or Trademarks to be alive in that situation, and then they close out the round. So that's the defense we were talking about, Logan. Now we got Sigburn sitting at 6-1 on a 4 streak yet again, looking like the Sigburn from map 2. Paris forced to bounce back in this game, but we saw them do that in the game 2 as well.
Yep, it looks like we have we have someone. Trademarks has lagged out again, so it looks like we're gonna have
No.
this one. Manitoba will be up 3-1, but yep, they're probably gonna have to reset this one. Yep, there we go.
Paris Letdowns win that round, but let's see if the team dynamic may change a little bit, but nonetheless, Manitoba Mallards up 3-1 in this search and destroy.
Yeah, so they have a little bit of time, maybe to work out some kinks with their new emergency sub, but being up 3-1, that's a good lead to have going into the second half of this map. And Berg picking up a first blood, so Paris off to a great start here, looking for more.
Yeah, and they pick up Biscuit as well toward that mid-well area. Sigburn trying to take down Reckless, and he does. Nobody to trade him out, and Hazzy trying to make a play through bottom, but one player playing in that day 1 corner, leaving Sigburn in a 1v3. If anybody could do it, it could be Sigburn, but he doesn't spot that player outer block, but neither does the player. Trying to find anybody he can, throwing some quick scopes with the automaton, and, seemingly a solid round for Paris.
Yeah, Paris thus far, gets the kills, puts Sigburn here in a tough 1v3 situation. He does have bomb, so if he's able to get this kill on Giants in the back, he could possibly rotate at B, but it's still going to be hard, 2 more players to kill.
Yeah, and he's just taking his time. Not sure what he wants to do here. He gets spotted. Giants opts to run on away because he knows he can play that time. Pushing out the back arches. Sigburn does get one, but only 18 seconds left, and A bomb site is probably not the one you want to go to as Berg is posted up here, but he doesn't spot him. He might try to get that bomb down. I'm not sure if he'll be able to do so, and he doesn't. Berg takes him down, so now the round count goes to 3-2 in the favor of Manitoba. Paris off to a good start off the rebound, or off the restart.
Yeah, a good bounce back for them. They get the first blood, and after that, it's all wraps, right? Paris just cleans up the rest of them. So, good round out of Paris to put another round on the board. Down 1 round, but they're not out of this yet, Jake.
Absolutely not. Manitoba Mallards up 1, but the mid-game ice could possibly be in effect as Paris Letdowns seem to have a new momentum here. And they're pushing out this P5 area. Biscuit, the mid-game substitution here to maybe get one. He gets some bad timing. He's unable to pick up Berg. And now they get that plat side adjustment, or that plat side control. Hazzy is here, top radio, but he's not ready to fight yet. He has no teammates with him. Sigburn trying to push through the backside, and it's a slow but steady push for Manitoba.
Yeah, Berg able to find kill onto Hazzy there on to ramp. Sigburn just playing in spawn, waiting for George to get through P5. George able to find one onto Berg, so now we're in a 2v2 situation. Sigburn able to get some good hipfire bullets, and George cleans up the fourth. So Manitoba takes the round with the odds against them, and they will be up 4-2.
I mean, that was just a round that I felt like Manitoba was not going to win. They found themselves in a 2v3 situation in kind of a rough spot, but they close out the round. They send it to 4-2 here, and that's kind of a big round in the grand scheme of things. 4-2, a lot more comfortable than 3-3.
Yeah, definitely a lot more comfortable. That definitely gave them probably a little more momentum with their emergency sub in. So, great job out of George to hit the flank there and really start that comeback right there in that round.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going the way of A this time around. And one problem for Paris, they have nobody toward that field side to fight back. Berg peeks a little bit, but he finds George in front of him. George with a big first blood. Another big kill for George. And now they have full field control, but George tries to sneak in through the wrong way. And Clam Chowder takes him down, evening it up at 3-3 life count. Now Biscuit playing slow on that field side, but Hazzy was able to grab that bomb.
Yeah, Manitoba doing a good job of getting field control here, but they can't really get this bomb down because Reckless is set up in top fire watching it, and he's able to get a kill, and Giants is able to get a second. So we have Sigburn left in the 1v3 situation here. Hitting the back like he did last time. He has info on Giants. Giants is going to run away again, not give his life up. Able to slide into Zig and find a kill into Reckless. So he makes us a 1v2. He does pick up bomb. He's got 35 seconds to work with. Jake, let's see what he can do.
This round definitely a lot more manageable than the last 1v2 he was in. Sigburn with 27 seconds left to go. You might want to see him make a move. Both of these players toward that church side area mid-map. And it looks like he spotted Giants, but Clam Chowder stacked up with him. Giants going to wrap around toward that top god spot, and he put some shots in, but unable to get the kill. Sigburn on the chase, though. Oh, the one-shot kill for Giants. Paris Letdowns win another round, now 4-3 in this game 5. I mean, this has got to be one of the closest series we've spectated in a minute.
Yeah, I mean, it's going back and forth. Paris not out of this one yet. They just need to find an offensive round here to tie it up, Jake.
The defense so heavily favored, though, on a map like Tuscan. Before this restart, we only saw offensive rounds on the board except for one, but this time around, I'm pretty sure it's been all defense. And Paris trying to even the odds here with an offensive round. The nades are coming in, and it looks like Manitoba are trying to take some mid control, but Paris just throwing their nades, getting info, and seeing what they can do with their utility.
Yeah, everyone kind of, slowing down the pace of this game. Nobody over-challenging anything, but Sigburn's over here getting some help from his teammate, Hazzy. They're trying to clear out this field side. They know that they're over here. They have the, it looks like Paris got the info on the stuns, but Sigburn able to get that first blood, and it looks like Hazzy might get traded. He gets out with his life. So Paris down a player. Manitoba does have life advantage, but it looks like Paris is going to be wrapping the bomb towards B, and there is no one over here at P5 to call this out, Jake.
Biscuit does spot one, though. I think he has the insight that they're coming this way. The call out comes in. They fall right in front of Biscuit. Gets one, looking to get another, but they both go toward that B side of the map. Big kill out of Biscuit. But Berg and Giants needing to put this bomb down with 25 seconds left. Giants does pick up one onto Hazzy, and they should be able to get this bomb down accordingly, but this wouldn't be the first time we've seen a team win a 2v3 in this map.
Yeah, Manitoba spreading the map here. No one really sticking together here. So we might have a few solo gunfights. Biscuit making his way through P5. He has one here at Platt waiting for him. I think it's Berg. Berg does get the good timing. He gets the kill. So now Sigburn left in the 1v2. Paris has done a good job this far. 20 seconds on the clock. Let's see what Sigburn can do. He does spot one, is not able to clean up that kill. And with that being said, Jake, you got to think Paris is just going to run away and play time. And Berg is able to get that kill. So that's going to be a tie game, Jake. We're going to be here at 4-4.
A tie game here at 4. And last time we played S&D with these two teams, it did end up at a 4-4 round count. And we both remember what happened, Logan. Paris Letdowns were able to rattle off 2 in a row to close this one out. Is that the same thing we're going to see here? We truly don't know. Manitoba, all it takes is one offensive round to really put them in a fantastic spot here in this game. But Paris on the defensive end, you got to think they're going to hold their irons and try to shut this down. But it looks like Manitoba's opting to go B this time around.
Yeah, it looks like they go B, and Paris actually does a quick push through mid towards A. They finally realize no one is over at the A site. They've got the comms, the info that they're over at B. Number 7, Clam Chowder, the only one over here really able to do anything, just trying to play his life and get more info. He does try to sniff out someone in the corner. Looks like he has found him, not able to get the kill quite yet. The team shots are coming in from Manitoba. Berg picks up one, Berg picks up two, and the trade comes in for George, and 2 down on both sides. So we're stuck in a 2v2 here. And it looks like George going to be taking the bomb over to A quickly from top church. Going to get this down. I think this is a good play, Jake.
Absolutely great play out of George. The quick rotate to shut down the expected area of the Manitoba Mallards. Now a 1v1 situation as Sigburn takes down Reckless. Giants versus Sigburn. Who will win this one? Giants on a 4 streak. Might catch a good timing onto Sigburn, but he actually does not. 25 seconds left to go. And Sigburn seems to have some sort of an idea. Giants is around him. He keeps on moving, keeps on making sure he's safe. They might run into each other here. He slides past him. Giants takes him down with that MP40. Can he get the defuse? Yes, he does. Giants with another huge round when it's 4-4. And now on a 5 streak to make it 5-4, Logan. Paris Letdowns at match point after this absolute grueler of a series.
I mean, yeah, good job out of Paris to really bounce back in the second half of this game, Jake. I mean, they've been down rounds pretty much the entire time. They finally get that offensive round they needed, and then they bounce back again with the defensive round to take the lead here. So we have a match point for Paris. Let's see what they ought to do here on offense.
A 5-4 round count now between these two teams. Paris Letdowns at match point. Manitoba Mallards ready to send this to a round 11 here. Paris playing this so slow, playing off of their nades yet again, playing off of their utility, waiting for the info, and maybe trying to catch the Manitoba Mallards asleep. But it looks like they are going to opt to go toward this A side of the map. Player 2 and player 4, that's Sigburn and Hazzy, the 2 ARs, trying to hold down this field side area. Sigburn getting some shots in, but getting some shots in himself of his own. And the bomb yet to go down yet. Paris playing this one so slowly.
Yeah, I mean, Paris did a great job there of just holding, waiting for all those nades to come in from Manitoba. You know, all of them come in, they don't get much info, and then they finally get control of A site, and now they have the ball down here, Jake. It's still a 4v4. Reckless does find the first blood on the Sigburn. That is a huge kill out of the kid. Hazzy looking for info, looking for a kill into Zig, into you. He finds the info on one, looking to get the kill on Berg. He does clean him up. So, I mean, the time is ticking, Jake. We only have 25 seconds. They got to go.
Clam Chowder spots Hazzy wrapping toward that tree side of the map. Only 18 seconds left to work with. George trying to find his way into mid. They have to kill at least somebody. Spots Reckless, but nobody able to make a play just yet. Only 10 seconds left to go, and Giants is at that top fire area. He picks up both, and Paris